my name is Nicholas Jones. I am a teen ambassador from NAS Oceania Teen Program. I'm here today with BGCA, MTA, and Floral, and I'm here to talk about coping. Coping is one of the 7 C's of resiliency. Let's start off with a couple icebreakers. If you're in a group, let's start off with a group icebreaker called Mingle, Mingle, Mingle. If you're by yourself, please go to the next slide to do an individual icebreaker. Mingle, 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 and mingle, mingle, mingle. Please have a room leader say a number and have everyone go into that many groups. Have that room leader say a favorite subject, such as favorite ice cream or favorite flavor of soda, or all of that good stuff. And in those groups, have everyone talk amongst each other and indicate, such as linking arms, that they have the same favorite something. If there are people who have the same something but are not linked up, or there are people who are not linked up, they're out for the next round. And in the next round, please do the same thing of where favorite whatnot, and repeat this until there's someone who's won, or do it once. Please pause now and do the group icebreaker. If you're by yourself, let's get a pen and paper, or a pencil and paper, and write down how would you cope in these 3 scenarios. Number 1, running a marathon. Number 2, not being able to complete something due to a technical difficulty. And number 3, finding out a family member has COVID-19. Please pause now and write down your answers. Great, now that you've done that, let's define what coping is. Young people who possess a variety of healthy coping strategies will be less likely to turn to dangerous quick fixes when stressed. Let's now have a discussion time, or a general discussion of what are some ways you cope with stress. If you're in a group, of course, discuss with each other. If you're by yourself, please write down how you would cope with stuff when you are stressed. Please pause now and do the activity. Great. Now that you've done that, let's find out what coping is and what are some ways a teen has needed to cope with, some scenarios the teen has needed to cope with. So I've been under lots of stress in my life, both lots of stress and low amounts of stress. Coping can be done on every single level of stress. Some examples of when I've been under stress is this COVID-19 virus that's been keeping us all at home. Another stressor that's really been on me is schoolwork, and trying to find out colleges that I'm trying to go to, and also worrying about tests and if I'm going to graduate high school. Great, now that the teen has defined what stress is, or what coping is, and some scenarios they've been stressed out by, let's find out some common teen stressors. First off, when teens have to sacrifice their time with their parents due to the parents serving the military. Another situation is school, and when teens have to deal with homework, classwork, schoolwork, all of the fun stuff. Some more situations are when teens are moving, or when the parents are going on deployment. Some more situations are when the teens are dating, or when they're being quarantined during this COVID-19. Furthermore, some more situations are when the parents are retiring from the military and going into civilian life, or when the teen is having to choose a career path that they like. So how do teens handle stress? There are positive ways and negative ways. Some ineffective or negative ways that teens do are procrastinating it, for bubbling it up, taking out on others, pretending it's okay, and using stress as an excuse to bully. We'll now see a situation where the teen is procrastinating, bullying up, pretending it's okay, and taking out on the parent. And this teen is waiting on a project that's due later this day.
What? What, Dad? What do you want? Just watching this funny show.
Hey, don't you have work to be doing? Don't you have homework? See all your stuff set up over there.
What are you talking about? That's just for later. That's what I'm talking about. You're crazy.
No, I'm not crazy, but you've had that sitting out there. Stuff that was supposed to be due. You've had weeks to work on it. Thought you said something about it was due like early this afternoon.
What are you talking about?
All that stuff over there, bud. Your laptop on the table and you got the binder out.
No, that is for later. I'm doing that for later because I have work due later. I'm just relaxing and you're bugging me.
I'm bugging you because you said it was due today. You told me last week that you were going to work on it later, and you said yesterday we were going to work on it later. You couldn't use your laptop because we didn't have any power. So now you got a charge on it, but you said it was due today, this afternoon.
Well, I'm relaxing. I don't need to work right now because I'm relaxing. You're here bugging me. I'm the one who's perfectly fine here. You're crazy for trying to tell me that I have other work to do.
As you can see, the teen has shown several signs of being nervous and taken out on the father and procrastinating, clearly. So there are effective ways to be able to cope with a project as opposed to the ineffective ways. Some of those effective ways are being open, speaking to someone, or breathing, taking a hot shower, exercising, being healthy, time management, meditation, and keeping a diary. In this video, you'll see the teen working on the work and breathing, moving a bit, and exercising, and doing some time management skills via the father.
You're taking this work. I don't think I can do it.
Hey, how's it going? You've been doing that for about half an hour now.
I'm fine. Leave me alone. So much work to do.
You know, why don't you try taking a break for a couple of minutes?
What good would that do?
Let you de-stress a little bit, let your brain calm down a little, change your scenery.
What am I supposed to do? Stand up, sit back down?
Stand up, stretch, just look at the ceiling, walk around the table.
Stretch for how long?
I don't know, a couple, 3, 5 minutes.
I guess I'll do it for a little while, just like stretch, pet the dog, but what good is it doing any? Like, I'm just moving.
Yeah, just gets the blood flowing, gets you to stop being stressed out.
Did you take the dog to the vet recently? She smells really nice.
Yep, just got back.
Wow. Really, really fluffy. It's so fluffy.
As you can see, the teen was getting happier just by moving around a bit. Although they were still a bit nervous, they were considerably coping more. And as you could tell, the teen took into suggestion taking a little break, but then doing some work. So let's have a reflection of what we've learned today. If you're by yourself, get in a small group, or in other words, in a small share or group with each other, share with the other ways you can cope with challenges in your life. Write down these other ways you can cope on a sticky note, and in a larger group, share the sticky notes with each other and discuss amongst yourselves other ways that you can cope. If you're by yourself, write a letter to yourself describing 3 times you have overcome challenges. Keep this letter in a safe place, and the next time you feel you can't cope with something, pull this letter out and remember how resilient you are. Please pause now and do the activity. Great. Now that you've done that, let's have a recap of what are negative ways to cope, what are positive ways to cope. What is coping? How do you cope? Please also do, while you're doing this, remember and describe of how you would be able to apply all of this stuff. Please pause now and do the activity. Great. Thank you for coming to today and watching today's video. Please watch all the other videos on the 7 C's of resiliency. Thank you.
For more information, please go to myfuture.net. And thank you for watching.